we've empowered questionable people who have questionable actions, and we like, why ain't you doing nothing? It's like, is this the nigga you expecting to do it? This one. This is the guy. We not, bro. Them niggas ain't them niggas.
Right.
Them niggas ain't them niggas.
So you
looking at a black nigga and you like, why you not speaking Spanish?
Right.
Stop playing.
Yeah. Them
niggas ain't them niggas.
Yeah.
It takes certain kind of niggas to have them conversations and to do them things. That's them revolutionary actions.
1 million plays, $3,500. That's deep.
Right? But would you rather have 1 million plays and $0?
That should be impossible. How is that possible? There's no way to have 1 million plays. See, this is what's concerning.
They created a line of revenue before niggas would pirate the music and I just play it on my computer. The same way Spotify is, right? I just pirate it, download, play it on my... You never got paid.
That's a good point.
Now they made a way for you to get paid when it was already happening. It was already happening, but now we get paid a stream of revenue that never existed. Like, I think the parameters could always grow, but let's be grateful for that.
Right, yeah. And I'm with
we
you on that.
We can always tweak it. Yeah. Okay, now we see what this is. Let's do this better because we see what this is. I didn't know what it was at first because we didn't understand it. Now we get it. Can we tweak it a bit? But we got to start with being grateful first because that money didn't exist.
But see, I'm a data man and I'm moving data, right? I'm really a tech company masked as a podcast, right? So I'm looking at data and I'm knowing what I'm getting for my data. I just told you my audio numbers. I'm telling you certain numbers. So I'm saying, hold on, man. Like 1 million plays give me $3,500. It's like, I ain't saying there's 1 million people on the platform you get $3,500. I'm saying that on your platform 1 million people hit this thing, my thing.
See, but it's a variable. Like that number, everyone tosses this. 1 million plays is 35 million plays, 4,000 million. If you go on any DSP in your streaming account, you'll see different amounts for 1 million plays because it has to do with territory, it has to do with platform, it has to do with a premium stream, a it's so many factors. Sometimes 1 million plays is way more than 3,500, and any nigga who really do it know that. I'm a nigga who got 1 million plays. I know what. So it's like, bro, it's not 35. Sometimes it can be 3,500. It depends on the quality of your million. What is it looking like? Are you streaming international? Are you streaming? All of that plays into a factor, and the data is there. You can download a CSV of every stream and where it's coming from and what the rate is.
Yes.
Like, it exists. That thing is not, and like I said, I'm not taking from it. I always think I deserve more money. But like I say, this shit didn't exist. Them niggas giving us revenue that if they took streaming away, niggas would be madder.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. I have a hard time with that because, again, the numbers is so skewed for me. But I'm grateful. But
we don't know the numbers.
But see, me, I ain't even dancing in that because my 1 million plays is a lot of money. You see what I'm saying?
And imagine if where you get your 1 million plays was removed.
I would be pissed.
And you hear what you're saying right now? Your 1 million right now is a lot of money. So you might not even be thinking about how much it actually is. You feel me? And that's how it started with Spotify. It's like, nigga, we getting this. Nigga, then start thinking that. Like, your 1 million might be more than you getting, but you continue enough with more.
Yeah, for them. I know the business, they got to get something from it, so I get that part.
They got to get something from it.
But I also know that a fish see the bait, not the hook. You know what I'm saying? So I know that a person don't know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even see my thing is I'm knowing that I'm uploading hours, though. That's why my 1 million plays look different. A rap song is 3-4 minutes. I upload 2 hours at a time. So that 1 million, that retention does something totally different to the play.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's a totally different thing. But it's just concerning that the 3,500 and the 1 million just seems skewed. But grateful, of course. But
right. But I don't know if it's skewed because I don't know what the number should be. So it's like, for me, it's like, if you don't know what 1 million people clicking something is worth more than 3,500. I can guarantee you that. How do you know that? Do you tell YouTube what your view is worth?
No.
Right. They determine that because they have a metric that you don't have to determine that. It's like we don't know what the fuck is supposed to be. I don't know what I'm supposed to be getting from them. You feel me? Like, I truly don't. And that was my thing with my argument. I was standing on clouds. Because if you get in that office and they like, well, what do you want? Well, I don't know. It's like, we don't even know what we're supposed to be getting, but they're giving us something. So my thing is like, we start with gratitude and we get to grow that conversation, because I really don't know what the fuck we supposed to be getting for a stream. I don't know what that shit is worth. If you make $10 billion and this nigga only contributed three, nigga, they only streamed your shit 3 times.
Right.
Out of this 10 billion, what percent I'm supposed to get at, nigga? Right. That number would be so fucking long.
See, they gotta, yeah. And see, so that's where that's the bait and the hook thing, because that's the argument they're gonna use on the people that don't got no. Some people would even argue that Spotify or someone uploaded a bunch of audio to Spotify to skew those numbers. They said there's some certain amount of millions of songs on Spotify under 2 plays or something like that.
Under like 1,000.
Yeah, some shit like that. Under 1,000.
Yeah.
So there has to be a metric that under the market share value, y'all get this much. But there's a different conversation for somebody moving 20,000 people there on a Tuesday. 50,000 people there on a Wednesday.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And again, I think there's some respect due. There's some tailor-made suits.
And you know what's crazy?
Made.
There are different conversations for those people.
That's what I was telling you about Drake.
When you start, if you do DistroKid, TuneCore, some of the like more starter distro, I don't want to call them starter because they got foot in the game,
right.
But they're starter in terms of like industry. The royalty rate is lower. Because you're in a starter sector. Then you can move up to certain distros like Avidia, Command Shift, Audio Salad. The rate is a bit higher. Like there with Merlin, their rate is a bit different.
Okay.
The royalty gets higher.
That's good game.
And then if you go into the Universal, the system who do actual business with them, the rate is higher. So that does happen. As you grow, you're able to scale up in forms. But like I say, we still know no finite number. We don't, like.
What can you do with a million people though? You know what you do with.
Listen, 1 million streams don't mean you got 1 million people.
Right. Let's give it 10%.
And I'm playing a playlist, and your shit just come on a playlist, and I'm jumping rope. I ain't changing. I'm just listening. You ain't got me as no fan, nigga. You ain't win me over. That's a passive listen.
Right. That's a totally different thing.
It, though.
Right.
If I came here to listen to Drake and they play your shit next. and I'm just nigga, you don't have a fan. You gotta listen.
Right.
And we like those are 2 different things.
Totally. And so that's the thing I'm saying though. But we also are playing a numbers game. So what if we go 10%? So if we say there's 1 million plays, can we get 100,000? Can we get 80,000?
It's 1. I literally
10,000.
I literally built the metric. When I was early on, I was trying to tour with the homies, and I was trying to base it off streamings. Like, we'd have a certain amount of listeners in the city, and I'd be like, oh, we could do that amount of people. And then literally 1% of that, half of 1% of that really shows up in physical form. It's like, if it's 200,000 people there, you're not going to bring out 200,000.
Right,
You'll probably bring out 1%. So I start building my touring data based on 1 to 5%. So anytime I go to a market, I know what size venue I need to book. So when you start looking at that, it's like, you got 1 million streams. You may have got then 1% of that, right? 1 million streams, 1% of that may be a fan. That's only 10,000 people. 1% may be a fan.
Right.
That's 10,000 people.
Thanks for watching this clip from It's Up There podcast. To see the rest of the interview, click one of the boxes on the screen. Also join Discord and Patreon to be in our community.